Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This is Givi Sadzaglishvili.
So I gotta say, I am impressed with Chad Fishburne's pronunciation there, because Givi Sadzaglishvili is not an easy name to say 3 times quickly. But guess what? You might have to get to learn how to pronounce that, because Stockholm Muay Thai's Givi, as we're gonna say just for short during the fight, because I think everyone would appreciate that. This is a guy to keep an eye on. He actually started Muay Thai just to get into shape. He wanted to lose weight. And he actually told me yesterday that he still sees it as mostly a hobby, but honestly, if this is just a hobby, I cannot wait to see the sort of 100% commitment version of him. Because I've heard nothing but great things from all people involved.
And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, this is Arman Zibandeh.
And jumping in on about 2 or 3 days' notice, we welcome in the local Arman Zibandeh of Bulldog Training Center. I gotta tell you, to jump in here against a skilled fighter like Givi, who was the 2019 junior Swedish champion, that shows some stones for Zibandeh, who didn't hesitate. And he's also one of those guys who, not a big social media presence, and he's coming in there relatively new. But he does represent Bulldog Training Center, which have produced some very, very skilled fighters, not just in Muay Thai, but also in other combat sports such as MMA as well. And he's coming in here with kind of nothing to lose. Like, nobody's getting in my shot here, just jumping in here. But all the same, Givi was preparing for a very specific type of opponent. Givi was supposed to face the Dane, Simon Henriksen, who was known mostly for his brutal street fights. And that's a very specific kind of unorthodox, aggressive style in itself. And now all of a sudden he gets a completely new opponent, completely new face. There's no way that he has any time to sort of specialize his training, so to speak. So while it is a big risk for Zibandeh, you know what they say, big risk, big reward. And a lot of guys seem to be missing out at where the, oh, I guess you could do that too, yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no guts, no glory, and I'll tell you what, Zibandeh, he's got some guts.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following Muay Thai For Life contest is presented by SBV Nordic and is scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the cruiserweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in at 84.3 kilograms with a record of 7 wins and 4 defeats. Fighting out of Stockholm, Sweden, representing Stockholm Muay Thai, he is the 2019 Swedish Junior Muay Thai champion! Put your hands together for Givi Sadzaglishvili! And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, weighing in at 85.4 kilograms, making his debut. Fighting out of Gothenburg, Sweden, representing the Bulldog Training Center, this is Arman Zibandeh! Your referee in charge of the action, Mats Urdi.
All right, cruiserweight action here between Stockholm and Gothenburg. Here we have those stats. As you can see, Zibandeh, 5 years the elder of Givi. Givi has 2 centimeters height advantage, and also the experience advantage is on his side as well. I would say, though, that Zibandeh does win the tattoo contest by the looks of things. And Dave, what do you think is something to think about when, like, neither fighter had any chance to prepare properly for their opponent that stands in front of them?
I always think beware of the underdog, because as you said before, he's got nothing to lose. He's coming in here, he's facing somebody who has had more preparation, but more time to worry, more time to think about these things, more stress on his body. Sometimes I've seen underdogs come in and cause a real upset, but again, it's all down to the night, isn't it?
Yeah. And I know you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but Zibandeh looks like one tough dude.
We shall know within a few seconds.
All right, here we go. Givi Sadzaglishvili in the blue corner, representing Stockholm Muay Thai and Bulldog Training Centers and Gothenburg's Arman Zibandeh in the red.
Givi doesn't turn his block out enough. I'd like to see Zibandeh kick the leg hard, because he'll turn him. There you go, right on cue. Go outside, not inside.
Oh, just grazed with that high kick by the looks of things.
Yeah, Givi's just working into it, throwing that really lightly. Seeing where the gaps are.
I'll tell you, Givi does have the calm of somebody standing in line at a grocery store, which makes sense because he works at one. So.
Zibandeh should go back to the leg again. When Givi lifts it, as soon as he puts it down, chop, there you go.
And it looked like Givi was waiting for that counter, so.
Yeah.
Goes to the body to Zibandeh.
Zibandeh needs to keep that left hand tight to his face.
Yeah, quite an open guard for Zibandeh. That's a good point there. Yeah, I was just waiting for that straight right to go down the pipe there for Givi. Oh, nice. A little double kick there from Givi as well. He goes to the body.
He's got a nice style, Givi. By the way, he swings his kick in.
Well, he's very young. He's got a lot of hype behind him. Goes to the body, does Zibandeh, gets a smile out of his opponent.
Nice respect shown between the two fighters at the end as well.
Yeah.
Always nice to see.
And Givi looks very calm, very relaxed. Of course, in front of him, he's got Kevin Mikkelson. That's some great company to keep in your corner. So let's take a look at some of the highlights there. Oh yeah, just grazed him with the toes, did he? You know, it's a game of inches, and in this case, it would have been enough with just a centimeter extra, perhaps.
Exactly that.
And Dave, what would you say are your main takeaways from round one?
I'd say Givi being a slow starter and taking his time is nice. He was starting to get the pressure on that leg, which I would like to see him deal with that better, because that's going to slow him down. But Zibandeh looks like he hasn't had anything to trouble him yet. Nice score again there from Givi. A little slip puts him down. He's dealing with that kick a bit better now. You can see the reddening on the left thigh of Givi there, where he's taken the punishment early.
That's true, yeah.
Scoring nicely with these kicks up onto the arms like that. Nice clinch.
How about that intensity from Zibandeh, though?
Yeah, he looks like a tough lad. And he's coming to fight. Looks like he wants to work the body.
Yeah, I like the way that he sort of jabs high and then goes low with the right hand that follows it. Nice inside leg kick there as well. And you got to be careful with taking those body kicks to the arm, because sure, you're not getting the full force on your body, but there's always the risk of your arm snapping as a result. So
yeah, I've seen it a couple of times. Just that point just below the gloves and between the gloves and the elbow pad
Oh.
where the bone is smaller than the shin bone. Certainly not wise to be blocking kicks on your arms like that.
It's almost as if that strike combination woke Givi up a little bit. He was like, oh, you want to throw combos?
He's smiling too.
He smiles after almost every strike combination he gets hit with.
For me, I'd like to see him move off a little bit when he throws his kick nicely, but then he stands there in the middle and waits for the return. It's a very static target after his shot. Right there, look. Kick, stands there. At that time, he stepped back a little bit.
That was a mean little elbow he threw there. All right, things definitely heating up here.
Still looks very calm in the corner.
Yeah, I mean, he just has a sense of confidence about him. That's for sure. Bit of a slip there.
Yeah.
And that was a nice three-strike combination that Zibandeh landed there, finishing off of the left hook as he went high there. But, I mean, it must be a little bit discouraging as well, but as soon as you throw a combo, your opponent just smiles at you and then throws something back.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps a little bit of mental warfare. Oh, and the furious pace continuing here. Well, it looked like Zibandeh. Oh, he just got hit with. Again, I think a little bit of a brunt of a force is taken on his arm, but he did get hit kind of on the chin there with a little bit of a foot.
You can see Zibandeh's arms are coming down. The more he's got those arms chopped with those body kicks of Givi, the more lazy his guard has become. But he looks like he's coming to bang, look, with the hands.
Yeah.
Ooh.
He's almost fighting kind of angry in a sense, whereas Givi's, he's fighting kind of, I don't know, cocky, confident. Sometimes the lines blur between those two.
I feel like he's nice and relaxed. I'd like to see him there move off better. That's better. So kick and move. Otherwise, you're going to end up on the end of one of those right hands.
Yeah, I would like to see Zibandeh mix up his combinations a little bit, because you can kind of expect him to go sort of jab, hook to the body, hook to the head. I think if you were to add some more weapons into his combinations, he'd have a little bit more success.
Yeah, he needs to chop the leg on the end or throw a kick.
I thought either Givi has a fantastic poker face, or he genuinely doesn't mind getting his hit with that straight right.
See there, where's the hands on the end? Zibandeh chopped the leg, but then if he'd have thrown a right hand straight after that, it would have landed nicely.
Yeah.
And he steps back with his hands down. It's making me nervous. That's better movement from Givi there. That's nicer work. Look at that.
Yeah.
Much nicer.
Very
Great finish.
slick. And after every round, Givi sort of raises his arms to kind of signal to the people in attendance, and probably hoping to signal to the judges as well, like, hey, you guys know that I got that one, right? We'll see if the judges agree with him, if indeed it does get decided by them.
Oh, for me, Givi is scoring much better out of the two. I just feel like he could do a little bit more. And Zibandeh always looking dangerous with those hands, but sadly not mixing in the kicks enough for me. So he's behind on the scorecards. In my unofficial scorecard, which means absolutely nothing.
Yes. Well, as far as educated guesses go, I think yours is pretty high up there.
Here we go.
Oh,
This is where it could get quite interesting, because I think Zibandeh is going to push the action and come for the knockout. He knows he's down on points. He's got nothing to lose. He could come in swinging. That's nice at work. He's mixing his hands and his feet a bit more now.
yeah, it's almost like he's been listening to our commentary.
Givi looked like he wanted to set up that elbow or step knee there. Look, he's trying to draw him in. Watch out for the big hooks from the shorter man.
Exchange of low kicks as well for both fighters. Cheeky little knee as well from Givi.
Ooh, nice. Nice.
I mean, so young too, just 22 years old is Givi.
Oof. Look at this movement from Givi. Much better now. Much, much nicer.
Givi kind of fights like he knows something we don't, right? Like he's got a bit of a secret.
Now we're saying we want more, and then he's now decided it's on the cards.
Yeah.
Sometimes it makes me nervous with those little slow teeps where he's not really pushing you away. He's just almost testing your balance.
Well, it could be perhaps to give a false sense of security, right? Maybe make Zibandeh think like, oh, there's nothing behind it, but then go something really hard.
Ooh,
Oh, he's connected
that's
to the body a
lovely.
couple of times there.
Really nice. I love those long knees. He's running away with the points in this round for me. Big, big, big round 4 to blue.
Zibandeh wearing the story of a fight on his face now. He's got a little bit of a redness underneath his left eye.
Certainly is. And this is where you're heading into the money rounds, and we have one final round. This is going to be taking its toll, and this is when it is apparent that you might have taken it on 2 days' notice.
Yeah.
If you've been training properly for a fight. Hard rounds. It's going to be interesting to see what he can pull out the bag in round 5, because that was a big round to Givi for me. I had him up going into 4. Massive round. I feel like red needs a knockout to win. Blue can sit back and just pick his shots now if he really wants to.
I'm inclined to agree, honestly, yeah.
And that's where, going back to what you said about, does he know something we don't? He styled this out perfectly. So
Yeah, right.
Maybe he did.
He scripted it like a Hollywood blockbuster.
Looking for those knees again. Look.
Ooh.
And there is a sense that perhaps Givi is waiting for that perfect strike. It's almost like Givi's connecting with everything he's throwing right now.
Yeah. Zibandeh just needs to swing for the fences, in my view.
Just missed by a millimeter with that step-in elbow to Givi.
Needs to be careful ducking out Zibandeh, because Givi is coming in with those long knees and they're coming high. If Zibandeh steps back with his head down, he could eat one. His hands are getting very sloppy now, Zibandeh.
Yeah, Zibandeh seems to be feeling the pressure and the stress kind of that Givi's putting on him.
Givi could just sit back and kick and move, really, in this round if he wants to, but he doesn't. He wants to come forward and bring the action. I hope he knows what he's doing, but that was a beautiful knee there from Blue. Get your hands up.
Yeah, you can't get too cocky. You gotta respect your opponent's skills.
Always. He ain't over till it's over. Lovely score again.
Very nice kick to the body there from the 2019 junior Swedish champion, Givi.
Yeah, he does score very well. Ooh, lovely.
Oh, those are 4 money knees right there.
Big score straight up the middle like that.
Final 10 seconds.
Nice lock and knee, beautiful from Givi there. Walking his man down as we enter the final few seconds. And what a finish.
Loving the head movement. And I mean, I'll tell you, Givi's got star quality for sure. He seemed oddly non-committal. He's already committed to both the fight, but also when I spoke to him yesterday, when I asked, "Oh, so what are your goals with Muay Thai? Like, what do you want to achieve?" He's like, "I don't know. It's a fun hobby. I'll see where it goes." But it's like, there's a gold mine here moving around in front of us.
Yeah.
He looks great on the poster as well. He's a handsome young man. Delighting the crowd here.
Smiles his way through the entire fight.
I mean, he should get sponsored by like a toothpaste company or something with that smile he's got.
Oh, so true.
Scores being collected now as the frying tuna, Chad Fishburne, moves his way around the ring. And that being said, I mean, credit to Zibandeh as well. I mean, jumping in on 2 days' notice at a show like this against the 2019 junior Swedish Muay Thai champion,
Yeah,
that takes some guts.
big props to him. Definite warrior, and did look dangerous at times.
Yeah, he's one mean mofo, that's for sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. But before we do, a hand for these warriors. Judge number 1 scores about 49-47 for the red corner. Judge number 2 scores at 49-46 for the blue corner. And our third and final judge scores at 49-47 for your winner by way of split decision, fighting out of the red corner, Arman Zibandeh.
Wow.
I did not see that coming.
Oh my.